Welcome to this free immigration help channel. Today is June 24, 2024, and we are getting into the volume 217 of me answering your immigration related questions. As always, before starting this video, I'm going to mention, as I mentioned in every video, I am not an immigration attorney. This is not legal advice. All the information provided in these videos on this channel are directly from official government sources like USCIS, and of course the Department of State with their visa bulletin, which we're gonna be in July in the next 6 days. So there's gonna be some good movement for some of the categories. But let's start this video with the very first question from Kadek Novi Ariani. I am healthcare worker in my country. Do I have to fill yes to question in miscellaneous 1 and 2? Because I intend to work as a healthcare in US also. So that question was posted on DS260 video application for the immigrant visa. So Kadek, I'm gonna ask you if you can, please. I'm gonna need definitely some additional information. If you can, just post the actual questions, because DS260, it keeps constantly, because it's online form, it constantly keeps updating. And in fact, I am pretty sure, I'm positive that the PDF that I use to make this video is no longer available from the Department of State. So I cannot even go in it to see what those questions are. So if you can, please let me know what the questions are, and I'll try to address them in the next video. So I'm gonna say more info needed. And we're gonna move on to the next one from Fatuma Raffle 5098. Fatuma, thank you for being publicly subscribed. Appreciate that. Priority date October 31st, 2016. Documentarily qualified December 22, 2022. Case category F2B. All chargeability from Nairobi, Kenya. Check July visa bulletin F2B. Final action date moved to 1st May 2016. When is likely to be scheduled for interview appointment? Thanks. All right, so let's see what's going on for July for F2B. So yes, it is on May 16 and you are in October 16. So in July, you're still going to be about May, June, July, August, September, October. So roughly 5-6 months away from being current. That is if we see consistent 1 month movement every month on the next visa bulletins editions for the next 5-6 months. Hopefully it's going to be faster than that. It's a very rough estimate, because sometimes visa bulletin, it moves more than 1 month in a month. Sometimes it doesn't move at all. So very rough estimate. But as of right now, 5 to 6 more months before you become current on the visa bulletin. Now, I do have the information on my list of the countries that I keep recording, and Nairobi, Kenya, it seems like the interview wait time is just over a year, which seems to be about an average for most of the countries. So 5 to 6 more months roughly before becoming current, and then about a year for the actual interview date. They will schedule the interview pretty quickly after you're current, but they schedule it a year ahead, because that's how long their line is, at least as of right now. Now again, this is also rough estimate, because things might change in the next 5-6 months. They might catch up, so you might be actually waiting less, but as of right now, a very rough estimate, about a year and a half you're looking at. All right, so let me post a response, and we're gonna move on to the next question from user BR1QQ. Sorry if sometimes YouTube does not show me the names. My priority date 23rd December 2021, and I get interview appointment date next month, July. Am I get interview appointment date July? Please reply from Bangladesh. So please, if you can, I definitely need some additional information to give you rough estimates. So for everyone who are watching these videos, in order for me to give you these rough estimates, I need 3 things. Basic things is your priority date, your family preference category, whether you're in one of the 4 family preference categories or if you're in immediate relative category, and the chargeability. So please let me know, and I will try to address it in the next video. So I'm going to say more info needed, and I'll post this and we're gonna move on to the next one from Haruna Nazifi. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. I have been documentarily qualified since December 21st, 2023. December 21st, 2023, so about 6 months ago, alright. My wife is a United States. Okay, so she's a citizen. Is a United States, I'm assuming, citizen. I'm currently living in Dubai. I'm using the Abu Dhabi, USA embassy. When did you think I can get my interview date? Okay, so Haruna Nazifi, again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. So the good news is that you're in the immediate relative category because your wife is United States citizen. Well, it doesn't say that she's a citizen. She might be a permanent resident. So let me know again. If she's a citizen, then you're in the immediate relative category, which is great news. You're already documentarily qualified. So your interview is already scheduled. You just don't know it yet because they only announced the interview date 30 days before the actual interview date. And because you already waited about 6 months after becoming documentarily qualified, yeah, exactly, pretty much 6 months. And considering that an average is about a year wait, I don't know how busy US Embassy is in Abu Dhabi, but assuming that they are close to an average, about a year, you're looking potentially within the next 6 months having your interview, not scheduled, it is already scheduled, but actual interview date within the next 6 months. But if your wife is a permanent resident, then you're in F2A category. And then if that's the case, then I definitely need to know your priority date in order to look at the visa bulletin and see when, if you are current on the visa bulletin or not. So please let me know. Again, you don't have to. If she's a US citizen, then you got the answer. But if she's not, let me know and let me know the priority date and I will address it in one of the next Q&A videos on this channel. Alright, let's move on to the next one from Trudy Bubs 1028. Hi sir, a few weeks ago I asked you how to add my newborn baby to my application because I have my interview and the baby was not added when I became documentarily qualified in 2021. You told to do an inquiry and contact the embassy. I did exactly so and the embassy contacted me and add my baby and told me to bring baby birth certificate and passport and I must bring the baby to the interview as well. I want to thank you for your help. You're doing a wonderful job. I'm also F1 category priority date, April 2015. Documentarily qualified 2021. Interview date, June from Jamaica. Interview date, June. We got, so you're like, we are already like 6 days left in the June. So you either already had, well, you commented 1 day ago. So yeah, you might be having you are having your interview in the next, I don't know, a couple days. So please come back to the channel once you are successfully done with your interview, once you get your immigrant visa, and congratulations. I'm glad this was helpful. That's awesome. And I'll add this to the list for sure. I'm gonna say your comment has been, thank you for the update. There you go. And yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome news. All right, let's move on to the next one from user my4me. Sorry, again, YouTube does not show me the name sometimes. Hi sir, F3 February 2013 India. I can't get still approval notice or I-797. Any guidance, please? All right, let's take a look at the visa bulletin, see what's going on for F3 for India chargeability area. So we are looking at India is current with the rest of the world, so that's a good thing. So April 2010, and you are February 2013. So roughly you're looking at another 3 years before you're current on the visa bulletin. So I don't know if you're already documentarily qualified or not. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, so you did not even get your welcome letter for the NVC. So you still have some time before the NVC portal opens up for you. So yeah, as of right now, there's really not much to do. It's just being, patient and keep checking on the visa bulletin. I do a new visa bulletin video every time the new one comes out and I compare it to the previous one. So if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, please consider. But yes, there's not much for you right now. It's still about 3 more years before getting current on the visa bulletin. All right, let's move on to the next one from Rita Rathor 7251. Hi, my document qualified date is April 6. When is my interview scheduled from Mumbai Embassy? IR5 category. All right. So congratulations on being documentarily qualified. As I understand correctly, April 6th of this year, 2024. So the good news is you are immediate relative category, IR5. Pretty sure it's parent of US citizen. So that means your immigrant visa has been available already since your I-130 was approved. And now that you have been documentarily qualified 2 months ago, about 2 months ago, almost 3 months ago, I'm pretty sure your interview has already been scheduled. Not such great news is that Mumbai Embassy, as far as I can tell from people commenting on this channel, who are waiting for their interviews in Mumbai Embassy, it's pretty busy. There's quite a long wait. I am not sure. Sometimes it really depends. It's at the discretion of the US embassies. So US embassy in somewhere in Europe might be doing it this way, and US embassy somewhere in Asia might be doing it that way. So can't really tell for sure. Sometimes they give a little bit more priority to immediate relative categories, and they schedule them a bit faster than the family preference categories. But again, it really is depends on the US embassy. I don't know how it is in Mumbai, but as far as I can tell, the wait for the interview is about 2 years. Again, you might not wait as long because you are in immediate relative category, but that's a possibility. So what I would recommend you do is, you have been documentarily qualified about 3 months ago. So I would say give them another couple months, maybe 2-3 months, so that for a fact you know that the interview is already scheduled, and then give them a call and say, hey, I'm in immediate relative category. I've been already documentarily qualified 6 months ago. I've been waiting for my interview for 6 months. Just wanted to reach out and see if you can tell me when my interview was scheduled for. Over the phone is not an official announcement, and they can only make official announcements over email 30 days before the actual interview date. Very rarely 60 days, but most of the time it's 30 days. Over the phone is not an official announcement. So sometimes, especially, if you get somebody who is understanding over the phone and you're polite, professional, they might look into the system and say, hey, oh yeah, your interview is scheduled for whatever. If not, sometimes they might at least say, we can't give you that information, but the average wait time for these interviews is about 1.5 years, or a year, or 2 years, or whatever. And that's very helpful still. If they don't give you that information, don't be upset. But as of right now, yeah, it's really just waiting for them, and hopefully it's sooner than later. So I'm gonna give you the... What am I doing? I'm looking for Mumbai. It's India, there we go. And there we go. So US Consulate General in Mumbai. So here's their phone number. I'm gonna give you this page. And yeah, just give a couple more months and then reach out. And if they don't give you any information, and for everyone who is watching this video, I always recommend, if you don't get something from them, just be polite, be professional, say thank you, not a problem at all, I understand, and that's it. Absolutely pointless to argue. You can only make things worse, not better. So yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one from Ogari Gekara. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. Thanks, sir, for the good work you're doing. You're very welcome. Thank you for watching. Glad this is helpful. Moving further to France Soliberté 1530. Sir, how are you doing? Thank you for asking. Doing great. My question is, my asylum is closed, but I just want to know if I filed a work permit, if I receive or no. Great question. Thank you for asking. So it depends on what you mean by asylum closed. If it is closed, being approved, then yeah, you have granted asylum status. If that's what you have, then yeah, absolutely you're eligible to apply for the work permit, because based on your status of having granted asylum, you can apply for the employment authorization document and you can keep renewing it. No problems at all. But if it is denied and it is closed, then it depends on what status you are in, because usually when asylum is denied, you're placed in the deportation proceedings, unless you're dealing with the court and your immigration case, your asylum case is with court now, with the immigration court. So yeah, it really depends on what status you're in, and because that's really what defines whether or not you can apply for an employment authorization document or not. So if you want, let me know. I'm gonna say more info needed, and I will try to address it, see if we can more info needed, see if I can give you more details. All right, let's move on further to Sam K RR9QW. Hello, thanks for getting back to me. Previously in August 2022, I uploaded RCMP criminal record check. All right, now in June 2024, NEC emailed me to upload Canadian Police RCMP certified criminal record check with fingerprints. Does it mean I may get an interview? Call in a couple of months. This is a follow-up question with the below information. Documentarily qualified January 2023, visa class F41, brother sister of US citizen, foreign state of chargeability Pakistan, interview location Montreal, priority date 20 November 2007. Okay, let's take a look at the visa bulletin, see if you are current on the visa bulletin yet. So you're in all chargeability area F4 and you're already documentarily qualified, and right now it is, well, not right now, as in July, we're going to be on August 2007, and you are November 2007, so you're pretty close to being current. So in July, on July's visa bulletin, you're going to be August, September, October, November. So you're end of November, and this is the beginning of August. Yeah, so August, September, October, November, so about 4 months. So you're about 4 months from becoming current on the visa bulletin. Once you're current, the interview is scheduled. Now, you're in Montreal, and as far as I can tell from the commenters, Montreal, US Embassy in Montreal, they're not as busy as, for example, if you have been waiting for your interview in Islamabad, US Embassy. They are very busy. The wait time is like 2.5 years, as far as I can tell from the commenters who are from Pakistan who are commenting on this channel. So in Montreal, you shouldn't be waiting that long. So that's a great news. Again, I can't tell for sure how long. The best, if somebody in Montreal had their interview scheduled recently, they would be the best source of information. So if you're watching, please comment, and I do have the list going, and I'll write it down. But considering that even on average is about a year wait for the interview to be scheduled, and you're 4 months away being current, about 1.5 years is realistic. Hopefully it's a lot less. Maybe Montreal is not as busy and it's only 6 months wait and not a year, and maybe we see some positive movement, but this is a very rough estimate, about 1 year and 4 months. Not 1.5 years, but 1 year and 4 months as of right now. So the reason why they requested is, yes, absolutely, because they see that you're going to be current pretty soon and the interview is going to be scheduled, and they definitely want the updated criminal record check because your previous home is over almost 2 years old. So yeah, that definitely makes sense. Usually what they try to do with these criminal record checks is they try to have an within a year on the interview date updated criminal record check. So yeah, you're pretty close. You've done most of the waiting already, and once your interview is scheduled, please come back to this channel. Let me know. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested to know how long is the wait time for Montreal. I have a list going of the countries, not a lot of countries yet, but the more comments I get, the more updates I can provide later. All right, let's move on to the next one from Eric AA1550. Hello, my spouse priority date is February 2020. Documentarily qualified March 2022, and now it's already 2021 November. Why till now no interview appointment? F2A Philippines. Okay, so F2A, and now it's 2021 November. Let me double check for Philippines F2A. Yeah, so it's current with the rest of the world, which is great news. November 2021, and you are priority February 2020. So you have been current already for some time. So the thing is, your interview has already been scheduled. You just don't know it yet because it's not within 30 days. So I'll give you an example. And Philippines, Manila, Philippines, I think I mentioned earlier in this video, I think it's like 2.5 years wait for the interview. So assuming that you became current, let's see, February 2020, and now we are on November 2021. I know for a fact that Visa Bulletin for F2A has not been moving 1 month every month. So even if you have a year ahead of being current on the Visa Bulletin, it does not mean that you have been waiting for a year in being current. It doesn't mean that you have been current for a year, if that makes sense, because Visa Bulletin for F2A specifically, it was not moving 1 month every month. It was moving more. It was moving like 3 months sometimes, and I'm pretty sure eventually we will see F2A becoming current, because that's what it used to. It was current before the whole pandemic shenanigans. But the reason why you're still waiting is because U.S. Embassy in Philippines, they have very long wait times. Here's the thing. If your, let's say, interview is scheduled for, let's say, January 2025, I'm pretty sure it is already scheduled. Let's say it's scheduled for January 2025. You're not going to find out until December 2024. 30 days before the actual interview date. The reason why they do that is because you have to do the medical examination within the 30 days before the interview. It's annoying, honestly, and there is a conversation that they might change. Instead of 30 days, do 6 months, which would be fantastic, because at least you would know that, oh yeah, my interview is in 6 months. And yeah, I'd rather wait knowing than wait and be in the dark. But what you can do, and I definitely recommend doing that, I don't know, because US Embassy is busy in Philippines. That is another reason why they might not give you any information over the phone. But it is worth a shot reaching out and asking them, saying, hey guys, I've been current for however long you've been current, and you're documentarily qualified. You want to find out when the interview was scheduled for. If they can't give you information, maybe they can give you the information of how long approximately wait time as of right now, for these interviews, for the immigrant visa interviews. So I'm gonna give you again the Philippines. Let's see, scrolling down. US Embassy contact information in Manila. Here's their phone number. Again, if they say no, we can't give you any information, just say yes, I understand. But as of right now, really, that there's not much you can do, because yeah, it's a pretty long wait time in Philippines. All right, let's move on to the next one. Trudy Bubs, so looks like it's the same comment. All right, Trudy, thanks again for the update. Really appreciate it. Good luck on the interview. And well, you don't need luck. Everything's gonna be fine. You'll just go and you'll just get your immigrant visa. So yeah, everything's gonna be good. Let's move on to the next one from Rush and Nato. Hi sir, I am in the F2A category and my priority date is August 4, 2021 from Philippines. Am I gonna get my interview scheduled soon? And then Eric says, same here, my spouse priority is February 2020, documentarily qualified, March 2022 till now, no interview appointment yet, Philippines too. So yeah, so Rush and Anto, you are August 2021, you are a year and a half later date than Eric. So yeah, if Eric's gonna get his interview 6 months, hopefully, within the next 6 months, I would say, depending on how long Eric has been waiting in being current on the Visa Bulletin. So if Eric has been current for a year now, which again is hard to tell because Visa Bulletin has not been moving 1 month every month. But if he's been waiting for a year now, he and his spouse, about another year and a half, considering that there is about 2.5 years wait time for these interviews in Philippines. If he's been current for 6 months, then year and a half, 2 years. So this is what we want to look at, really. How long you have been current on the visa bulletin. That's really what matters. So if you can, both of you, Rush and Anto and Eric, if you can let me know this information, I can potentially give you, but I already kind of provided you and you can calculate it yourself. But this is what we're looking at as of right now for Philippines. They're really behind, seems to be, compared to a lot of other US embassies around the world. All right, let's move on to the next one from Chucky Rocks. Can we do anything about the F1 for Philippines? It's not moving and I'm 2014. And just from this video, you can see how many people are from Philippines waiting for the interview to be scheduled. So F1 for Philippines is not moving and I am 2014. So F1, let's see. Yeah, so you're 2014, Philippines is on March 2012. So roughly you're looking at another 2 years. But yes, we have not seen some movement for a while for Philippines. I honestly, can we do something about it? There is really not much we can do, honestly, because, and yeah, for everyone, if you know, you already know, I'm in the same boat. I have I-130 petition waiting, and I still have, according to the visa bulletin, I have about 13 years to wait more. So yeah, I completely understand it. When I say, hey, you know, not much we can do, just being patient, I know how it feels. I'm not just saying, hey, you know, I don't care, be patient and whatever. There isn't really much we can do, because the thing is, the reason why we have this backlog is because the amount of immigrant visas is limited per year by US Congress. And until it's changed, until this limit is removed, or I really don't know. I really have no idea. There's not much we can do. We just basically waiting in line for everyone who filed before us, for everyone who became current before us, for everyone who had the interviews before us. We are just waiting for them to go through their whatever and for our turn. But yeah, there isn't really much we can do. So yeah, Chunky Rocks, you're looking at, you know, 2 years for becoming current on the visa bulletin roughly, and then 2.5 years potentially wait for an interview. And that's assuming that it finally starts moving as of next month and we see 1 month every month movement. I see potentially in the future, hopefully, US embassies catching up and that wait time for the interviews dropping. But I don't see that much catching up whenever it comes to visa bulletin. Hopefully, but the only thing we can do is just keep on checking new visa bulletin as it comes up. That's really it. All right, let's move on to the next one from Raj Singh. Hello, sir. I'm from India. My category is F1. Priority is November 2015 and documentarily done on March 2024. Please tell me when my interview will come. Thanks. So nice of you. Thank you for your question. Let's take a look. So F1, India, we are looking at October 2015, which is current with the rest of the world. So that's good news. India is not behind. So 22nd October 2015, and you are November 2015. So October, November. So in like 6 days, you're going to be like few days away from being current. So not on July visa bulletin. Hopefully in August visa bulletin, we will see the movement a little bit more. And yeah, so within a couple months, you're going to be current. That's the good news. Not so good news, India, pretty busy US embassy. So you're looking at about roughly, you know, year and a half, 2 years wait time for that interview to be scheduled. Again, it's very rough because they might be able to catch up and it might be less by the time because it's a long time still. In time, they might be able to catch up and the wait time might be less. But as of right now, that's what we're looking at. All right, let's move on to the next question from Letville1258. Letville, thank you for being publicly subscribed to this channel. I appreciate that. So Letville says, my niece filed his I-130 F2B, son of immigrant over 21 years old. He received his receipt of payment October 2019. He's still waiting for his approval until now. Okay, let's take a look at the visa bulletin and see what's going on for F2B. I'm assuming all chargeability. And it looks like May 2016. And he filed his October 2019. So roughly there is about 3 years, a little bit over 3 years more until he becomes current on the visa bulletin. So yeah, there's still some waiting time to do. There's still documentary qualification process in the future. So let's see when the documentary qualification, probably still significant amount of time, but yeah, so January 2017. So yeah, there's still some time to wait. About 2 years before documentary qualification process, about 3 more years before being current on the visa bulletin. So yeah, as of right now, just keep checking the visa bulletin and hopefully we see some good movement on the visa bulletin in the next all editions, all of them. But thank you very much everyone for watching. Hopefully my answers were helpful. If you have any follow-up questions, just don't hesitate to ask them. Just don't respond to my comment within your comment because YouTube does not show me those notifications. Just submit it as a separate comment on any of the videos, this video or any other video on this channel, and it will show up on this wall and I'll try to get to it in a timely manner. Thank you everyone for watching once again. God bless, and I'll see you all in the next video.